I'd like to start my answer to that question by talking about leaders and their capacity for learning, because capacity for learning leadership for me is for leaders to be able to engage in and sustain their own learning, to be able to be adaptive to change in the changing innovative learning environments that we're thinking about. So I think that that is a critical first concept. When I talk about professional community or even professional learning communities, how I think they help to create that capacity is, first of all, they have collective responsibility, which means that everybody is involved in learning and cares about the learning of others. They are learning on behalf of other people, and they are supporting other people's learning, not only the children, but their colleagues. And that means that they are engaging in distributed leadership. I think the second point is the kind of learning that they are involved in when they're in a professional community sets them up very well for their leadership capacity in terms of learning leadership, because they're engaged in inquiry. They are working together with other colleagues in trying to find out new and better ways of being able to make a difference for children and young people. And they are also trying to find ways to share that knowledge around, to spread that knowledge, to help others develop their practice and to keep developing their own practice. So that's a continual cycle of collaborative learning. They're not only looking inside their own school, they're looking for other partners. So they are networking, they're looking outward and open to learning from others. They go to other schools. They would think of using members of the community as part of that. So the community circle gets wider, and that's another key feature. And perhaps the final piece would be that they are thinking about their own learning, they're learning about their learning, meta-learning, so there's collective learning going on. And all of this takes place within an environment that is trusting, where relationships are good and positive and being worked on, and where the architecture, the structures, are therefore supportive, so that there is time and space, and that space means both mental space, but that their learning can take place in many spaces. So professional learning community, for me, sets them up incredibly well then to become learning leaders.